The Gansu Marathon, a prestigious 100-kilometer race, attracted elite runners from across China to the stunning but treacherous Yellow River Stone Forest. Set against a backdrop of breathtaking landscapes, this event was expected to be a celebration of human endurance and spirit. But what began as a promising day of athletic triumph soon spiraled into a nightmare. On May 22, 2021, as the race kicked off, the weather seemed relatively mild, offering little hint of the dangers that lay ahead. Runners, dressed in lightweight gear suited for the expected conditions, were eager to tackle the challenging terrain. The course, winding through canyons and along rugged mountain paths, was both demanding and awe-inspiring. For many participants, this race was the culmination of months, if not years, of preparation and dedication. Little did they know, a drastic and deadly change in the weather was just around the corner. Midway through the race, the skies darkened, and the temperature began to plummet with alarming speed. What started as a cool breeze soon turned into a fierce, icy wind that whipped through the mountains, chilling the runners to the bone. Temperatures plunged below freezing, a stark contrast to the milder conditions just hours before. The runners, who were dressed for a standard marathon, found themselves woefully unprepared for the sudden and severe cold. With each step, they were no longer just pushing their physical limits. They were fighting against nature itself. As the frigid conditions intensified, the situation grew increasingly dire. Runners began to suffer from hypothermia, their bodies unable to cope with the extreme cold. Some became disoriented, veering off the marked paths into the unforgiving terrain. Others lost consciousness, their bodies succumbing to the relentless cold. Panic began to spread as participants realized the gravity of the situation. Rescue teams were quickly mobilized, but the severe weather hampered their efforts. The treacherous terrain, combined with the storm's intensity, made it nearly impossible for rescuers to reach those in distress quickly. For many, help would come too late. When the storm finally passed, the full extent of the tragedy became clear. 21 runners had lost their lives, making this one of the deadliest disasters in ultramarathon history. The marathon, which had begun with such promise, ended in unimaginable heartbreak. Families and communities were left reeling, mourning the loss of loved ones who had set out that day with dreams of victory, only to be met with a devastating fate. In the wake of the disaster, a thorough investigation was launched into the race's organization and preparedness. Serious questions were raised about why the event was allowed to continue despite the looming threat of severe weather, and whether proper safety measures were in place to protect the runners. The investigation revealed gaps in the planning and execution of safety protocols, leading to widespread criticism and calls for accountability. The Gansu Marathon disaster serves as a somber reminder of the unpredictability of nature and the importance of vigilance in the face of potential danger. It is a tragedy that will not be forgotten, a stark lesson in the need for caution and preparedness in even the most well-intentioned events. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.